and I give the call to the member for Bennelong.
Thank you, Speaker. I would like to acknowledge and congratulate members of the community of Bennelong who recently received Australia Day awards. The Australia Day honours recognise the incredible work of Aussies who have made a positive impact on our society. It's a celebration of our shared values, of the remarkable people who embody them. And I can say with confidence that each of Bennelong's honorees are true embodiments of those values. It's an immense honour to recognise some of the exceptional members of our community who were recipients of these awards and recognitions right here in the Parliament. For Ryde, the City of Ryde's Citizen of the Year was Ross Forster, a volunteer coach who has dedicated his time for the last 40 years to the athletics community in Ryde. He played a crucial role in setting up Ryde Athletics fundraising activities to provide travel grants to their athletes who represent New South Wales or Australia. The Young Citizen of the Year is Maria Garamanian, who supports our vibrant and large local Armenian community. She volunteers her time and skills at a community club. She volunteers at various organisations throughout the community and encourages young people to volunteer as well, particularly supporting migrant families settling in Australia. 2 members of the Bennelong community received the privilege of becoming members of the Order of Australia. Jennifer Collins of Ryde has received an AM for her significant service to veterans and their families and to nursing. She has served as the Chair and Director of the Kokoda Truck Memorial Walkway, as well as Deputy Chair of the New South Wales brand of the War Widows Guild of Australia. In Eastwood, Emeritus Professor Richard Lionel Howitt, someone I've met a number of times, received an AM for his ongoing and significant service to education to the Indigenous community. Professor Howitt has served at Macquarie University since 2009 and became an Emeritus Professor in 2018. He was instrumental in looking at opportunities to connect the university with the local community through his role as Director of the Ryde Macquarie Futures Project. Emeritus Professor John Thompson of Marsfield received the AM for his service to botanical science and research and to tertiary education. He served at the University of Sydney as Professor Emeritus in the School of Biological Science and to the Royal Botanic Gardens as an Honorary Research Associate. 8 members of our community were awarded the Medal of the Order of Australia. And this is a nice story. In Denniston, Warren and Claire Hopley, husband and wife, received joint AMs for their service to education, particularly to the disadvantaged and to children who are hard of hearing. Warren and Claire have both served outstanding long-term careers as teachers in schools across Sydney. Claire has an outstanding career working with children who are deaf and hearing impaired and developed a program that improved social and educational outcomes of children with hearing loss. Her husband Richard has always chosen to work at schools where he can advocate for the marginalised in our community. He has a long and extraordinary commitment to welcoming, settling and integrating refugee children as well, Speaker. In Marsfield, we have Janet Crack, who received the OAM for her service to her community. She served as Coordinator of Music at the Australian Christian Music Seminar in Cooma from 1978 to 2002, as well as being Coordinator of the World Festival of Praise in Fiji. In Ryde and West Ryde, Tricia Gardner-Wilson received the medal for her service to the community through charitable organisation. She founded the Adam Gardner Fund in 2016 in loving memory of her husband Adam. The fund's mission is to raise awareness for amyloidosis. Ronald Palmer won an award for his service to lawn bowls at the ripe young age of 93. Ronald has a remarkable record of achievement. He won 20 club championships, 20 singles titles and took part in 35 pairs final. We've got Joanne Ryan, served St Michael's Catholic Church in Meadowbank, service as a bus driver for frail and elderly people, and she did a fantastic job. In Gladesville, we had Giles Gunasekera, who had a medal for service to social welfare in the community. He served as a White Ribbon Australia ambassador since 2014 and has done a wonderful job locally for the Ryde Hawks Baseball League as well. Finally, in Denniston East, my old neighbour, Mr Speaker, the late Rosario Ross Rocker, received the OAM posthumously for his service to the community through a range of organisation. He was an outstanding member of the community, particularly through his service to state emergency services and establish many parks in the area as well. Thank
Order
you.
the House.